Hello, this is Parmjit Singh. Thank you very much for stopping by to the Passing Cloud series of conversations, thoughts, meanderings, and podcasts. So, yesterday in one of our medical school classes, we were having a conversation about intimate partner violence or domestic abuse. And since the class was very long, the conversation was leaning toward uh, just in a way that suggests that men are more likely to harm women, and that's very true. In some ways, men are more likely to harm women, especially the way if you consider the biology behind human development. But there's also other part of the story which I invite you to think about, especially in the context of workplace. Since workplace is populated by both genders, we should ask this question: that do men and women engage or participate in workplace abuse differently or similarly? Because the moment you ask this question, you begin to ask a different sort of question. Then you begin to look at the workplace violence or workplace abuse differently than in a traditional way of thinking, where one gender is more likely to harm another gender. And it's very important because considering the human biology, one gender is, in some cases, is more likely to harm other gender, and that is more likely to be reported. But then one can also ask that if there is a part of this whole interaction which is underreported. We know that men are less likely to report for any sort of abuse, let alone the physical abuse, because it the way the humans or the men are likely to take that kind of a reporting. So when it comes to a subtler form of workplace abuse, we need to ask a different sort of question, and we need to measure it differently also, because if we measure in the same way as we measure other things, then we are most likely to end up measuring probably the wrong thing. And if not at all wrong things, we are going to end up measuring the things in a different context or in a wrong context, and the implementation of whatever we have measured is going to be not in a way which is appropriate for the workplace. So I invite you to think about, especially in the workplace, since workplace is populated by both gender, that do men and women participate in creating a culture differently or similarly? Because if it is similar, then we can use the established yardsticks, and we can go by the established statistics, and we can go by the established suggestions. But if they participate in the process in a different way, then we probably have to actually think of the existing statistics in a nuanced way, because that allows you to think on a different way. Because it's possible that one gender has survived the evolutionary trajectory in a different way than other gender. Men has survived in this because of the nature of the things they did, and they learned a different survival strategies. Women, on the other hand, in order to survive in the hostile environment, learned a different kind of strategies. And those strategies, even though we don't live in jungles anymore or savannas, we still continue to fall back on those survival strategies when we are threatened. And I think workplace is one way or one place where we people feel threatened here and there. Maybe not in the way if a lion is on your tail or you are being hunted down as the next lunch. But obviously, all of us, when you are working in a workplace where is everybody has their self-interest and everybody wants to protect their self-interest, those survival strategies kick in automatically, even without us actually thinking about it. And then we need to consider how do different genders bring in those different strategies into the workplace, thereby participating in a process which could be wholesome or unwholesome. So if it is wholesome, then the workplace continues to be safe as well as thriving. If we bring into the workplace those strategies which are designed for self protection, that creates a safety risk factor for other people. So, next time when you think about workplace culture and abuse, think about, do gender do things differently? And if they do things differently, we need to consider those factors while actually thinking about strategies to counter it. That's it for today. If you find this conversation useful, kindly subscribe, like, and share with other folks. And if you want to participate in the conversation, please leave a comment. We'll be happy to be part of that conversation. In the meantime, stay curious and reasonably non judgmental. I will see you next time. Thank you.
Please subscribe to the channel, like and share. Thank you.